For months I lived in a loop of pleading, chasing scraps of affection from my wife. I begged for her time, her respect, her touch, anything that showed I mattered. Every day felt like balancing on glass, desperate for approval yet never receiving it. Nothing satisfied her. If I worked late, I was accused of neglect. If I came home early, I was told I lacked ambition. I tried everything, cooking meals, surprising her with gifts, planning outings, but she brushed it all aside as if it carried no value. Little by little, I didn't recognize the man staring back at me. Confidence drained out of me until I was left exhausted and hollow. Arguments always ended with me apologizing even when she was at fault. I told myself that was love, sacrificing my pride just to keep her content. In truth, I had reduced myself to her shadow, existing only to cater to her moods. This morning something inside me cracked. She told me to iron her clothes before work. Normally, I would rush to do it, hoping it might earn a smile. Instead, I sat down with my tea, scrolling through my phone, and didn't move. When she snapped, asking if I'd heard her, I nodded but stayed put. Her eyes widened. She wasn't prepared for this version of me, the man who no longer jumped to her command. She left the shirt crumpled on the bed, storming off and slamming the bathroom door. I kept sipping my tea in silence. Later she wanted me to run an errand for her mother. My usual response would have been instant obedience to avoid tension. This time I answered evenly, "I'm busy today. You can handle it." The look on her face was a mix of confusion, anger, and unease. For the first time, she saw I wasn't her servant. The rest of the day she kept testing me. Get me water. Fix my charger. Call the plumber. Each time I refused, calmly without raising my voice. A quiet but firm, "Not now," or a shake of my head. That restraint carried more power than all my arguments over the years. By evening, the air in the house had changed. She paced, unsettled, sneaking glances at me as if studying what had shifted. Finally she asked, "What's wrong with you today?" I met her eyes and answered simply, "I'm done being the only one who puts effort into this marriage." She opened her mouth to argue but nothing came out. She was used to me begging, apologizing, pleading for love. Today I offered none of that. Only silence. She tried to distract herself with the TV, with her phone, pretending indifference. But her restless movements betrayed her. She wasn't used to being ignored. At dinner she asked if I was cooking. I told her I'd already eaten. Her face fell. For years I had made sure a meal was waiting, but that night I left her to fend for herself. She clattered pots around angrily, but underneath I saw panic. When we got into bed, her tone softened. "You've been distant. Are you upset with me?" I turned and replied evenly, "I'm not upset. I'm finished begging. I'm done acting like I'm the only one trying." She looked at me as if I were a stranger. She tried defending herself, saying I overreacted, saying she never asked me to beg. I reminded her of the times she dismissed me, belittled me, took my kindness as if it were owed. The truth was plain in her face, she knew. For once, she had no upper hand. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I didn't plead. I spoke the truth and let the silence weigh heavy between us. That silence scared her more than anger ever had. She rolled away, pretending to sleep. I lay awake feeling lighter than I had in years. For the first time, I wasn't chasing her approval. I had reclaimed a part of myself. Whether she changed or not, I knew one thing. I would never return to begging. She noticed today, and tomorrow she would understand. The next morning I left early, saying little. I ignored her calls. That evening, I came home and handed her an envelope. Inside were the separation papers. Her hands trembled as she read, eyes filling with panic. She begged me to talk, but this time I stayed quiet. The man who once pleaded for her love was gone. I packed slowly while she watched, powerless to stop me. "You'll regret this," she whispered. I smiled and answered, "No. I've only regretted staying this long. Walking out the door, I felt light, almost new. For the first time in years, I wasn't pleading. I was free.